Welcome back to another Sebastian story. We're back at it again, telling Sebastian's story. And this week, we actually wanted to talk about the importance of large breed dog food. That type of formulation, it has a real purpose. And the importance of making sure that your sweet Pappy gets to grow at the rate they need to, not at the explosive rate that a lot of standard puppy formulas encourage. That's great for your small and medium-sized dogs because once they hit about a year of age, their growth is largely done. However, for a Cane Corso Italiano like Sebastian, he needs 4 full years to reach both physical and mental maturity. And so if you had that kind of explosive growth coming from his formulated food, you're going to start seeing explosive joints. It's not pleasant. It is not good for the animal to be able to be growing at such a rapid pace when they need to be able to support such large amounts of support such large amounts of love, puppy love, but also with how everything comes in and you've got so much muscle here, all of that takes time to develop. And we want to make sure that all of the other sweet Pappies out there in the world are getting the correct food for their breed, for their growth. It's very important for these big dogs to grow at the appropriate rate, which for him has just been steady. It has been almost constant, but it has just been steady since he came home. And we just want to make sure that he's always growing and developing in just in an appropriate manner. So then that way, once he is fully mature, he is as healthy as he can be, both with his joints and with his muscles and with his coat and everything. He's soft. We brush him regularly. Of course, he does shed a fair bit, regardless of the season. And daily brushing is pretty well essential with him, as well as a lot of vacuuming. But nevertheless, we've been ensuring that this sweet boy is always getting the kind of growth that he should be getting. And we had discovered Hill's Science Diet large breed puppy formula, and we had been using that with him since he came home. He loved the food from the get-go, so it was an easy choice. And we are not affiliated with them in any way. We just simply tried that food, and it's worked for our dog, and we've continued using it as a result. And once he got to about a year of age, we noticed he was having a bit of difficulty chewing the food. And of course, especially with tall dogs, you do need to slowly step the height of their bowls up. You don't want them to be down on the ground trying to swallow vertically. It's gravity. It's not conducive to good, easy digestion for your animal. So combined with those ever-increasing dog bowl heights, the size of the kibble also comes into play. He was having a hard time chewing his smaller puppy formula kibble, and that's about a year of age. We decided it was time to switch him to the adult formula, and he's been happy ever since. And we just want to make sure that all the sweet Pappies out there in the world are also hopefully getting the appropriate formulas for their breed and for their size. Of course, there's all the raw diets and everything out there, and that's all a personal choice. Also guided with a veterinarian. Do everything with your veterinarian. Make sure that they know what's going on too. And we've just done great with Sebastian. His growth has been largely constant since he came home, and we've never seen any overnight growth explosions or anything like that. It's just been a good, steady, constant pace. But his breed in particular takes a full 4 years to develop. And we want to ensure that he gets the most out of all that time. Oh, my sweet boy. I know, you're a good boy. And just to grow up to be the big, happy Pappy he deserves to be. They all deserve to be. And so we wanted to share this information this week and make sure that everybody's taken into account what kind of animal they have and making sure that they're not necessarily following a marketing slogan or, ooh, grain-free. Talk to your veterinarian about those things. Those are oftentimes big no-nos. It may sound good for a human, but dogs have different needs. And with this big guy, we want to make sure that now that he's about 2.5 years old, we get the next year and a half to help him finish growing and maturing in the best possible way. And sometimes he just needs a bit of a nap along the way too. As always, thank you so very much for watching. We're having a great time telling these stories, and we'll be back again soon with more. Thanks again.